Now, some of you may already be doing low repetition, pure strength work, but I believe that most people don't.
Welcome back to Biohacking Insights. In today's video, Dr. Andrew Huberman explains the lazy way to burn fat and build muscle. He believes that while some people may already be doing low repetition, pure strength work, most people don't. So how and why should you build your strength? Let's find out.
Most people who do resistance training are using either machines or free weights or some combination of those, or perhaps are using body weight. And they tend to focus on repetition ranges from about 5 and usually more like 6 repetitions out to about 10 and perhaps 15 repetitions.
According to Dr. Huberman, whether you prefer the controlled precision of machines, the versatility of free weights, or even your own body weight as resistance, most routines focus on a specific number of repetitions per set. And this range typically falls between 5 and 15 reps, although some programs might push it as high as 15. According to him, the key here is intensity. Now, this doesn't mean hauling weights that leave you shaking like a leaf in a hurricane. It means pushing yourself to a point where those last few reps are a genuine challenge, performed with proper form, of course. When you train in this 5 to 15 rep zone and hit that sweet spot of intensity, you're unlocking a treasure trove of benefits. Strength? Absolutely. Muscle growth? You bet. There's incredible value to be found in these rep ranges.
But when I sat down with Dr. Andy Galpin to discuss resistance training specifically, he made it very clear that at least for some portion of one's yearly training cycle, so perhaps 8 weeks or 10 weeks, or in the case that I adopted, 12 weeks, there is tremendous benefit to training in the 3 to 5 repetition range, and maybe even lower.
But Dr. Huberman's conversation with Dr. Andy Galpin revealed a fascinating resistance training. Dr. Galpin proposed a strategic approach, dedicating a specific portion of your yearly training cycle, perhaps 8 to 12 weeks, to exercises focused on the 3 to 5 repetition range. Intrigued by this concept, Dr. Huberman himself decided to experiment with it, and the results were nothing short of impressive. Dr. Huberman experienced something truly unexpected with this routine. To find out what he discovered, watch the video till the end and consider incorporating it into your workout routine.
And when I did that, I, of course, gained strength, but that strength stayed with me such that when I returned to higher repetition ranges, I could use more weight in good form, and that, of course, enhanced strength and hypertrophy further.
The most notable advantage to him was a dramatic increase in strength, and this newfound strength transcended the training period itself. When Dr. Huberman returned to his usual routine, which typically involves sets of 6 to 10 repetitions, there was a notable difference. He could lift significantly heavier weights while maintaining proper form. This, in turn, unlocked a path to even greater strength and muscle growth. But there was another unexpected thing that Huberman mentioned.
In addition, there was another effect that was, at least to me, very unexpected, which was that my cardiovascular training improved significantly.
Now, this might seem counterintuitive. After all, low rep sets, 3 to 5 reps, don't typically elevate your heart rate for extended periods, and the rest periods are quite long. So even if your heart rate spikes during those heavy lifts, it dips back down during the long rest intervals, think 3 to 5 minutes. So how can this be? Dr. Huberman gave a logical explanation. The muscles themselves got stronger. These same muscles are heavily involved in maintaining cardiovascular output during activities like running or rowing with good form. As a result, Dr. Huberman found he could maintain better form for longer stretches during his cardio sessions. Essentially, the strength gained from the low rep training translated into feeling more robust during cardiovascular exercise. There was yet another unexpected benefit: minimal muscle soreness.
And this to me was an incredible benefit because typically when I train in the 6 repetition to 15 repetition range and I take those sets to failure or near failure, I do experience some soreness the next day.
Typically, training in the 6 to 15 rep range and pushing sets to near failure results in some degree of soreness the next day. While not debilitating, it could sometimes hinder other workouts. However, with the low rep heavy weight training, Dr. Huberman experienced very little soreness. This was a welcome surprise, allowing him to maintain a consistent training schedule across different activities. So, implementing Dr. Andy Galpin's 3 to 5 rep range training yielded a wealth of benefits. Strength gains were undeniable, cardiovascular output improved, and even soreness became a non-issue. Beyond those tangible improvements, Dr. Huberman also experienced a general sense of well-being and a significant energy boost after workouts. This protocol truly impressed Dr. Huberman. There's an undeniable satisfaction in moving heavier weights and feeling yourself getting stronger, a positive feedback loop that motivates most exercisers. One concern some might have is bulking up from heavy weight training. However, low-rep training prioritizes strength gains over muscle hypertrophy, increased size. This is fantastic news for those seeking strength and cardiovascular fitness without adding bulk. For those who do desire added muscle size, the strength foundation built through low-rep training allows you to return to hypertrophy-focused routines with greater effectiveness. By adding heavier weights, you'll stimulate more muscle growth.
So the way that Dr. Andy Galpin suggested one do it, and was the way that I did it, is to use this 3x5 protocol. The 3x5 protocol is very straightforward.
We already know that 3x5 is a very powerful protocol, but we need to break down this effective approach in 3 steps. Tailored workouts. Choose 3 to 5 exercises that target the specific muscle group you're working on. Legs? Perfect. Pick 3 to 5 leg exercises. Upper body? Great. Select 3 to 5 exercises that hit different upper body muscle groups. Sets and reps. Here's the core of the program. Aim for 3 to 5 sets per exercise. And within each set, push yourself with weights challenging enough that you can only manage 3 to 5 repetitions while maintaining proper form. Recovery time. Give your muscles ample time to recuperate between sets with 3 to 5 minutes of rest. Now the question is, how often should I do it? Dr. Galpin suggests incorporating these workouts 3 to 5 times per week. However, Dr. Huberman acknowledges that this frequency might not be realistic for everyone, particularly for demanding lower body workouts. So he gave some practical advice. He asked to seamlessly integrate the 3x5 protocol into your existing routine for 8 to 12 weeks. During this period, prioritize this lower rep range for most, if not all, of your resistance training to maximize strength gains. No need to obsess about hitting every muscle group 3 to 5 times per week. Now, there's an exception Huberman found helpful for very small muscle groups. Think rear deltoids, neck work, or calves. For these, I opted for a slightly higher rep range of 5 to 8 repetitions. It's still on the lower end, but not so restrictive that perfect form suffers. The reason? It can be challenging to fatigue these smaller muscle groups adequately with just 3 to 5 reps while maintaining good technique. However, for major compound movements like presses, squats, deadlifts, glute ham raises, and even isolation exercises like leg extensions and curls, sticking to the 3 to 5 rep range and pushing yourself to near failure is key. Mainly, focus on the bigger picture. If you train your legs once or twice a week, simply perform all your leg exercises in the 3 to 5 rep range. Likewise, for upper body workouts, chest, shoulders, back, stick to the 3 to 5 rep range for your workout sets. Warm-up sets can have more reps. By incorporating these adjustments, you can unlock the benefits of low-rep training while ensuring proper recovery and maintaining balance in your overall life. So Huberman experienced a wealth of benefits from this approach, and we believe you will too.
So just to remind you what some of those benefits are, you get stronger, which feels great. That occurs within your weight workouts, but it also carries over to your endurance training sessions.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss any of our life-changing videos. And if you want to learn how to change your brain and increase plasticity, our next video will reveal the best way to do it. Stay tuned.